and welcome. This is Preeti. Today I'm using this beautiful stamp set called One of a Kind to create a birthday card, and I'm going to use some alcohol inks today for my coloring medium, and this is Yupo paper that I'm using. Yupo paper is a non-porous cardstock which helps the alcohol inks to move easily, and I'm also going to use this I don't know what it's called. It's like a tool which pushes air to make those alcohol inks move. You could also use a straw to blow through, or just blow through your mouth, and I think they'll all work perfectly fine. I'm just using this blending solution here to make those alcohol inks to move easily, and the ones that I'm using are called pearl alcohol inks, and these require a bit of a shake because the mica powder, the sparkly element, settles down to the bottom, and you need to make sure that everything is mixed well, and that's what I was doing. And then it's all about just adding the color, blowing it with that blowy tool that's right here. I don't know why I'm not able to remember the name of this tool. Anyway, you squeeze through it, air comes out, and you keep going with that. And I'm going to keep doing this till I'm satisfied with the look of the card. So a little bit about the card. So this card was created for a IG hop, an Instagram hop, which was done last Saturday actually, to celebrate Bindhu's birthday. So Bindhu is the owner of Crafty Meraki, if you don't know. So it was done to create for her birthday, and then I couldn't put it online last Friday because it was supposed to be a surprise for her, and the whole idea developed from Sindhu, who is one of the design team coordinators, and she came up with this idea of, let's do a surprise IG hop for Bindhu, and let's all create some birthday cards for her and surprise her with a hop. And that was such a wonderful idea. And her colors, Bindhu's favorite color is purple, and so I decided to go with these purple and pink shades for my card, and that's how the whole card developed. And also I wanted to say, Sindhu was so generous that she also is giving away two $25 gift card for the Crafty Meraki Store. So there's still some time left for the IG hop to get over. The giveaway time to be over. So the giveaway, the last day is 21st. 22nd, Bindhu will announce, Sindhu will announce the winners on her channel, and I will put her channel's link, or not her channel actually, her IG page. I will put her IG link at the bottom in the description box below. So you still have a time to join the giveaway, and I really hope you go through that hop and enjoy and celebrate Bindhu's birthday alongside with us. Anyway, while I was talking away, I finished adding all the colors, and while the alcohol ink is still a bit wet, not wet like wet, but kind of a tacky wet, I'm just taking this gold foil and rubbing over it. I didn't have a whole lot of tackiness. Wherever I could, it adhered, but it was enough for what I was wanting to do. Then I'm taking this vellum cardstock here, and I'm going to take a few flowers from this one-of-a-kind stamp set, just the two small ones and the leaves, and I'm going to gold emboss it on this vellum cardstock. And I'm just going to cut away the leaf portion of this. I could have stamped the leaf at the bottom and the flowers on the top. It would have been easier. I wasn't thinking, but anyway, it all worked out. And then I'm just going to take this flower part, I'm just going to take away this extra bit of vellum, and I'm going to turn this so you can see here the top part is embossed, and I'm going to take the flower part and I'm going to turn it to the back, and I'm going to do the same alcohol ink technique to the back of this vellum cardstock where I've stamped and embossed the flowers. Now keep in mind, vellum is also non-porous surface, so it's easy for this alcohol ink to move. Alcohol ink moves really well on non-porous surfaces, so if you're trying to do alcohol ink on cardstock, it's not going to move. Cardstock is going to absorb, or like a regular cardstock, it's going to absorb all that ink, and you won't be able to do the techniques you want to do. So that's something you want to keep in mind. So vellum works well, Yupo paper of course works well, acetate would also work well. And then while this I've done with that, I am going to let it dry. And while it's drying, I went ahead and fussy cut the leaves. And you can see here the flowers have also been dried. And I just went ahead and fussy cut them all. Now to add some interest, I have flipped the flowers to the right side. And I'm going to take these two Prismacolor pencils, one in a violet shade and another one in a magenta shade. And I'm going to just add a little bit of interest to this flower. So there's color from the back peeking through, but you also need to add a little bit more interest. So all I'm doing is I'm just adding a few flicks using the magenta, and then adding a deeper color very close to the center of the flower with the violet color that I used in the beginning. And then I'm just adding some really very tiny, not minute, thin flakes. I don't have words today. Anyway, and then I'm taking this white pencil as well, and I'm doing the same thing, just adding a few flakes to create the petals, what do you call, you know, those undulations in the petals where they have ridges on the petals. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's not realistic again, but just add a little bit of interest to this very plain, otherwise very plain flower. So here you can see I'm repeating this again, just taking the dark violet color closer to the center of the flower, adding a little depth by adding some color. Keep your pencil really light. You don't need to press it too hard. Vellum takes Prismacolors very well. You can definitely color with these color pencils on vellum, and they look really beautiful. And then I'm just going to add this, what do you call, again, those flicks using these different colors, the pink and the white as well. And I'm going to repeat that with all the 4 flowers exactly in the same way. So just adding depth in the center and then flicking with the other 2 colors. And then I'm almost done, and here you can see I'm done with all the 4. And I'm going to keep them aside, bring back this Yupo paper where we did the blending initially, and I'm going to take the Celebrate die cut, and I'm going to die cut that in the center of the Yupo paper. And I'm just going to take this off the Yupo paper and just have the Celebrate left. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and poke away the extra bit which gets stuck in that when you do the embossing. Then I'm going to take a black cardstock and this gold metallic paint, and I am just going to do some splattering using this brush. This is fan brush, and I'm just going to use that to splatter some gold paint. And once I'm done that, it's all that is left to do is put this card together. And for that, I'm going to add the Celebrate to the to the right edge of the cardstock, and I'm going to add just some foam adhesive to this die cut is quite wide, so it was easy to adhere foam adhesive. If it was an intricate die, I would suggest die cutting this same word a few times and then adhering them together. But in this case, there was enough space for me to add some foam adhesive. And then I just went ahead and added it to that right edge of the cardstock so that I can now place the flowers on the left side of the cardstock, overlapping the word a bit. Now, as I'm doing it, a part of Celebrate kind of gets hidden, but because it's vellum, you can't really see it on the video, but in real life, because it's vellum, it's easy to see through the vellum, the words. I don't know if you can see that A's, subtle bit of the A shown through the vellum. So it doesn't completely hide away. And then I'm just going to add foam adhesives where I can't see it through, like wherever there's the gold part, right? The embossed area in the center of the flower, you can't really see if you add a foam adhesive behind it, because that embossing powder kind of makes the vellum opaque. So you can definitely hide your foam tape there. And then I'm also adding a liquid adhesive. This liquid adhesive dries clear, so it didn't matter. Plus, I also made sure where I'm adding the liquid adhesive only in the places where the gold embossing is visible. So that makes it so much more easier to add the the adhesive, so it's not seen when you're putting them together. And then I just took those leaves and then I just cut a couple of them apart, like I did a cluster of 2 leaves, and then I also did 1 leaf, and then I just added them to different areas of the flowers. Of course, I fiddle around a whole lot before I get, and here I added the glue on the wrong side. It was easy because it was not dry yet. I could just wipe it off and then apply it in the place that I wanted. And I wanted to mention, I didn't color the leaf. I purposely did that. I just wanted the colors to be on the flowers, and the leaf looked just beautiful with the gold embossed on the vellum, and I really like that look. And I didn't want to add another color to this very purple and like a pink card. So I didn't want to introduce another color. And I also used a black cardstock, so all these colors would really pop out of the surface. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, and then I also have this additional sentiment which says your birthday. So it reads celebrate your birthday, which I went ahead and embossed onto black cardstock using some gold embossing powder. And then all that was left was to add some additional blings. And this one here are some really cute butterflies from Crafty Meraki's release last month. And these butterfly colors are so perfect for the colors that I used for my alcohol ink. So I was so excited to use these butterflies. So I just went ahead and added these butterflies all over the cardstock. And I also, if you've noticed, Crafty Meraki's sign is also a butterfly. And I thought, oh, what a good thing. I mean, with purple, which is also the colors of Crafty Meraki, and I thought, and also it being Bindhu's favorite color, it just worked out so beautifully. And I also added some additional gemstones, magic sparkle gemstones, to add some more bling to it. And then all that was left to do was adhere this panel onto a top folding white note card using just liquid adhesive, no foam tape here, just liquid adhesive, because there was enough dimensions on the top layer, and I didn't want to add any more bulk to it. And here you can see the finished card and how sparkly and beautiful it is. I hope you'll give vellum a go, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to wish Bindhu a happy birthday. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.